Hi everyone, Michelle Brown here with Bring Your A Game and the Achievement Formula. I'm so excited to share today's topic with you. It's something that I feel like is definitely needed. We're going to be discussing how to navigate change through uncertainty. And with me is my special guest, Minnie Cat. She's going to be here supporting us as we chat about this topic and open the conversation on how you can gracefully, with ease, be able to move through any kind of challenge or problem that may come into your world. A lot of us who are in the personal development, enlightenment, awakening realm, personal growth realm, when we learn about how powerful our thoughts, words, actions, and emotions are, there's a tendency for us to not want to think negatively or address anything that might be a challenge in our life because we may fear that, well, if we have negative thoughts, that's going to manifest more things that I don't want, and that can kind of drive you a little bit crazy. But I want to give you a four-step process that I had come up with through a conversation with a friend that I now use to help me navigate through change and uncertainty. And so instead of what I say, brushing everything under the positivity carpet initially, to be able to have a methodology or framework to help you handle and navigate through change. And so I think it's going to be really powerful for you to learn this. I know it was for me. So kind of going back to learning about positive thinking, about 7 years ago, I came into the law of attraction, how powerful our thoughts are, studying neurology and psychology, and how your thoughts, words, actions impact, and not just impact, but create your life experience. So I got really excited about that notion because I felt like, wow, this is excellent. I know it works because I had been focusing on a lot of fear and focusing on things I didn't want, and I manifested a lot of that in my life. So if I just tweak my focus, I can create more of what I want. So I was very excited about that. And I created a lot of massive changes quickly, rapidly within myself because I really was in a high level of belief and knowingness that that's true, it does work. But what happened was I was ignoring my emotions. I was, as I say, shoving everything under the positivity carpet just to try to be positive without actually addressing what was coming up in a healthy way. And so it actually took me 6 years into my personal development, personal growth, stepping into spirituality and studying universal success principles, that I started to become less cerebral, like get more out of my head and more into my heart and understand my emotions are important. Your emotions are important. When you encounter a challenging situation or a time of uncertainty or something that just knocks you on your ass, like a trauma or terror, something that feels terrible and like, or a heavy weight on your shoulders, like a job loss, a divorce, the loss of a loved one, a breakup, maybe a business challenge. Like when you encounter these things, it's while it's great to develop a positive mindset and have a habit of thinking optimistically, we'll talk about that later, it is important for you as you grow and step to the next level that you handle the emotions that are surfacing within you in a healthy way. So in this four-step process that I'm going to teach you, it'll allow you to have a framework that you can move through whatever challenge or uncertainty you might be facing and then be able to get to a level in energy or a vibration where you can then start to think more positive and maybe a little more optimistic. And so this topic came up when one of my best friends and I were in my kitchen chatting about how both of us had gone through all this personal development, we had elevated our success, and yet the missing piece that we finally figured out was, while it's great to be cerebral and learn how to rewire your thinking and use your mind to control and do different energy work and whatnot, create goals, and you can do all these great things, take a bunch of action. But what we realized is a major element that we were missing out and leaving out of the equation was our emotions. And we realized your emotions are the most powerful the most powerful element to manifesting. Because here's the deal. When you think a thought, you create a thought of what you want. Your feelings about it, your emotions, your emotional state of being is what waters that seed that eventually gets you into thinking about it more, creating it, feeling it, and then eventually, you take action on it, you create it. And so when we leave our emotions out of the equation, we actually leave our power out. It's a huge part of our power. But so my girlfriend and I were talking, and we were saying, like, wow, there's a process of actually allowing yourself to feel in a moment in order to heal and move through uncertainty and change. And so I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps that came out of this conversation. So let's say you're sitting in a place of maybe major uncertainty or a challenge in your life. Maybe you went through a breakup or a divorce, a health challenge, or a diagnosis that could be, or a prognosis that could be scary. Maybe you're going through moving or a loss of a job. Maybe you're trying to get your health and fitness in order, but you're maybe you're struggling with releasing weight, or maybe you're just wanting to take your business to the next level and step into leading that profession or that life that you truly love, right? So whatever you may be facing, here are 4 steps that you can navigate change and uncertainty in a graceful way that also honors you and allows you to heal and grow without repressing or suppressing anything. So when something happens, like a challenging circumstance, it's going to trigger an emotion. That emotion is powerful. You could probably feel the energy of it. So step 1 is reveal it. Whatever is being revealed, allow it to come up. A lot of times we keep repeating patterns in our life, in relationships, health, business, attracting maybe similar people, because we have repressed, suppressed, or unexpressed emotions or belief systems that reinforce that truth. So the way that you can start to navigate through this, dissolve it lovingly, and then create new things in your life, is to notice whatever emotion is coming up. So reveal it. Step 1, reveal whatever circumstance is coming up. Step 2, feel it. Whatever emotion is being triggered, don't judge it, don't label it, just feel the emotion in you. If it's grief, cry. If you're angry, allow yourself to feel the anger. Now, don't lash out, don't act out on people, on others. This is more a practice for you to be able to handle your emotions in a healthy way and move through them. So what I mean by feel it is just don't really think about the thoughts that are running wild, because usually when you're emotional about something, there's a bunch of thoughts tied to it. Allow yourself to just feel the emotion. So take a breath. Whatever emotion is coursing through you, feel what that feels like in your body. Get in tune with your body. Okay, so step 2 is feel it. And give yourself permission to feel it for 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes. Like, I'm not saying dwell on it. Don't dwell in it or on it. But in a very loving manner, feel what's coming up. Okay? And feel that intensity of it to the level that you can. Do what you feel is safe and healthy for you. Okay? Step 3 that we realize is heal it. Okay? So when it's revealed and you allow yourself to feel it, this is giving yourself an opportunity to heal something that's needed to be healed. So allow total acceptance. Be present with that emotion. If you want to journal or write things down, a lot of times if there's stuff that's coming up, I give it an outlet. I'll in pencil, I'll write out like negative programming, or I call it the fear leader, or the ego mind, or the old paradigms and habits you've picked up from people in your past are just the voices that talk to you all the time that actually create your lens in this life. I'll just start writing down all the things that don't serve me anymore, and then I'll burn it or I'll shred it. That's a way that's healing for me. Okay? So step 3 is heal it. And then step 4, the final step and the most important step, is ideal it. Now that you've given yourself an opportunity to navigate through this change and uncertainty by allowing yourself to feel your emotions and heal it, now what I want you to do is write down the ideal of what you would like to create. So many people miss this step, and it's a critical step. We get so focused on either the past or being in the mess of what we're in right now, or feeling it full, and getting so lost and having to feel it for so long that we forget to take that next step and go to the ideal. So visualize, what would the ideal feel like if you were living that next level? Or let your creative imagination go. If it's an uncertain time, you have massive untapped potential that could come from uncertainty. I was just listening to a meditation by Dr. Chopra today, and he said, uncertainty is such a gift, and so often our perception of it makes us feel bad about it. But in times of uncertainty, there's infinite potential that you can create from that. And so what I mean by ideal it is, think about what would a best case scenario be like. Maybe take out a pen and paper and write down what your ideal situation would be. Go general with it. Don't try to control it, but just allow yourself to, as you're writing, it should feel good to you of what that ideal is. Now, the key is when you write, you're increasing your level of creating it and achieving it. Because when you're writing down, you're activating neural pathways in your mind that are firing more thoughts around what you're writing, which create mental pictures, and you think in pictures. Those pictures create an emotional feeling to that. Those emotions are chemicals in your body. That propels you into action. That's attracting different things into your life. So when you write it down, there's more power to that. So those 4 steps, that's what my girlfriend and I had realized. Reveal it, feel it, heal it, and then ideal it. I hope that helps you the next time you might be facing some sort of challenge or uncertainty. Here's the deal. It's not about trying to attain everything's got to be perfect in my life before I can be happy. It's how can we find ways to be happy and strive and achieve more joy, love, happiness, success, wealth in this current moment? How can we truly create the happiness right now so that it's not some future event that we're waiting for? I hope that served you. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, because this is where I'm going to start to share more tidbits on how you can just really tap into your self-leadership to achieve a life you love. And that's really what it's about. How can we all live more joyfully and happily with each other together on this journey? Share this video with others, please. If you know someone who might be navigating through maybe a challenging or uncertain time, or who's wanting to take their success to the next level and wanting to really tap into self-leadership and take charge of their emotional well-being, please share this. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, have a great day.